A new week in the crazy makeup world has passed, and of course, now the sun is coming out here. I don't want to have the sun when I'm filming because I have artificial lights, and could my window please stay closed? Thank you. Another week has passed. We have some things to talk about and some things to comment on, and some brands just they just do not know a pause. And let's start directly with the brand that doesn't know how to take a vacation, or actually they should stop taking vacations because that's where they get their answers, not answers. Oh my god, their ideas from. We're talking about Nomad Cosmetics and their new America's Route 66 palette that just launched last week. You know, usually when I film on the weekends, the color story hasn't been revealed yet. And I don't like to talk about palettes when they're not revealed yet if I don't even have an idea. And I have to admit, with this palette, the whole guessing game, it completely went under my radar. Usually I have an eye out on that. I try to guess with. I try to imagine what type of color story could be. But this time, nothing. The few posts that I saw, I scrolled over very, very quick. And when I looked at them and I saw the one shade or the picture according to the clue, nothing. And now that I see the palette here, nothing. I can very, very proudly say that this is just like the Irish palette from last year from Nomad. This is not speaking to me. And this has nothing to do with Nomad releasing too much. It has nothing to do with Nomad having bad quality. You know, I love the quality of Nomad Cosmetics. This has just purely something to do with the color story. Because this color story is not for me. I like the theming of the Route 66 because it is just iconic. That is what it is. So I'm actually surprised that they didn't do this already. But the color story, not for me. It's just not my cup of tea, and I have seen the swatches. I have seen people creating awesome looks with this. Nomad is sharing so many artworks with this, and I'm looking at these and I'm like, wow, that looks stunning. But not on me. I just know that this type of color story will not make me happy, so it is completely fine. That's what I want to say actually. It's completely fine to love a brand, to adore the products of a brand, but also be reflective and just say, hey, this color story, not for me, so I can easily skip that. And that's what I feel about the Nomad Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This here is a shame. And let me explain why. This is the new Danessa Myricks Pastel Dream Freedom palette. It's a mini palette. It's in the same format as her Lightwork 6 Freedom. So that means technically, if you want to, you could take out one of the 6 pans of the Freedom palette and put that in. I don't have the Freedom palette anymore because the quality was really not that good. I want to give that another chance. I bought the 6-pan palette, and you might be like, oh my god, Ella, but it has pastel in the name. Do you know what? Let's take a look here at these swatches. I don't think that these are true pastels. The blue, the Aqua Dream, yes, I give them that, but honestly, I mix that in with the Moondust shade. I just do it as a pop of color and we're good to go. But the rest of the palette, in my opinion, is not pastel. Pink Mirage, Moondust, they are cool toned. Moondust maybe a little bit more neutral, but Pink Mirage definitely more a lilac tone, according to these swatches, let me tell you that. And then the multi-chromes or the duochromes here, they are not pastel. They are just not. The Galaxy Crush is like a very nice aqua color with a little bit of gold. Pixie Quartz is a typical light pink with gold, and Gilded Dream is a classic golden champagne color. I don't see where this is a pastel palette, and the more I looked at the swatches, the more I looked at the concept of this palette, the more I got a vision of looks that I actually want to do. So I got this. It is currently available on Sephora in the US as I'm filming this, but I think when you see the video, it's also available on the Danessa Myrix website. I am not affiliated with Danessa Myrix whatsoever, but the link that I have done here brings you to Sephora US. If you are based in Germany, this hasn't launched yet in a typical shop, but if you type it into Google, very weird because that's where I have it from, it's listed in a hair shop. So there is a shop, it's called Isamaya Beauty, and they do have mainly hair care stuff. It's where I usually order my toners and my hair colors from, and I didn't even know that they have makeup, and I just Googled it out of interest and it popped up there. Even with a discount code, I paid like 51 euro or so. So it's fine. It's an okay price for the quality, hopefully, and the pan size. So I am excited for this. I still will not bring back the Lightwork 6 in my collection because that was truly shit. But I just have hopes that this, in this format, could be something that Danessa Myrix will be doing more often, because the 6-pen format itself, I like. And I'm curious about the mattes, because I actually, aside from these cream and powder duos or the groundwork palettes, I never tried matte eyeshadows from Danessa Myrix, so we will see how that works. Natasha Denona came out with a new version of the High Gen Serum. I do have the original High Gen over here, so there you have it. And now they are coming out with a bronze version. I don't like products like this. I know that a lot of people do. I know that a lot of people will lose their mind about this. I personally think this looks like someone smeared poo on my face. I don't think it looks good on me. I had something similar from the Glow Recipe line. They had their watermelon drops in a bronze shade. I used that up actually on the weekends, but this is just nothing that I would incorporate in any of my makeup routines. If I had this, I would incorporate this in my skincare routine as a serum on days where I'm not wearing makeup at all. But for me, this is just something where I know this is not for me, because even in the summer, I don't tan. I don't want that warm undertone, but I see how beautiful it looks on the models, and I can totally see how it will look beautiful on you if this is just a type of look that you are going for. I am affiliated with Natasha Denona. I put the link down below for you, and if you want to buy this from the Natasha Denona website, you can save 15% with my code ELLAKINKLEY. Let's talk about Tarte Cosmetics, and what in the 2005 is this? This is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Tattoo that comes on one side with a felt tip lip stain. I haven't seen these in 20 or more years. Holy, I remember these Astor I think was the name. They had these too, the 8-hour lip pencils, whatever. They were in this, they were lip stains in a felt tip format, and I just remember back then how much I wanted to love them, but they were shit, because these lip stains, they literally sucked out the moisture of your lips and cracked away. And then combined with the gloss, I don't know how I feel about this, because the other thing is that nearly all of the product photos look awful. I mean, it looks so freaking obvious. No, thank you. Thank you so much. I kind of dig the thought of these felt tip lip stains coming back, but in a better formula. Because what I would do with this, because this is the big pro of that, you can use a lipstick underneath a glitter gloss, for example, but usually that lipstick will wipe off, it will come off on the gloss applicator, you will put it back, then you have the color in the gloss, blah, 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 blah. If this is a lip stain that truly stains the lips and leaves no transfer whatsoever, I see how I would use a lip stain like that, put it on the lips, let it dry, make it completely transfer proof, and then go over with different glitter glosses and have just a good base underneath. But like that, right now as it is, no thank you. We have a very interesting sneak peek from Isamaya Beauty when we're talking about lips. Here you have a screenshot that I took in her Instagram stories with the caption. I think she wrote something like, this is my lips after testing hundreds of lipsticks. And you see here in the front are lipstick samples. And some of them even have a sticker already on, but you can barely read them. But what I see here is, I see here a collection of nude lipsticks. And I tell you, this collection will come this year. Oh, I'm very excited. I recently placed another order on the Isamaya website because I wanted to have the flat white lip liner, and I love it. It's really not my typical type of lip liner because it's much lighter than my lips actually. But it has something to it. I really dig this lip liner. It's very interesting. Flat white is the one that most people like. But I'm very curious how Isamaya is going to do the classic lipstick. I don't know why, but in my head, they will be the same formula as the old Bite Beauty lipsticks. Because for whatever reason, these look like that. Makeup Forever came out with the new Artist Color Crayon Waterproof Multi-Use Sticks for cheeks, lips, and eyes. Oh, and I have to correct myself, they will be out on May 19th. For some reason, I thought they are already out. I like that Makeup Forever Color Artist or Artistry line where they have multi-use products. The only problem I have is that I can't do this. I can't do multi-use. I have a makeup product and I will define what I'm going to use this for, and then I will not change it. For example, in my Isamaya order, I got two more shades of the contour sticks, and one of them is the shade Ebony. This, of course, I cannot use on my face because it's literally black, but this are also multi-use sticks, and I said I will use this for the eyes. I used it, by the way, today for this look, so tutorial will be as a short up very soon. I like these, but I could never ever now use these for something else than the eye. And same would be with these sticks. I kind of like the idea of having them as a cheek stick. I don't know why, but that format looks very promising as a blush. There are also some highlighty colors. I'm not sure if they are really that good, but I do see myself using this. The problem that I actually have here is that all of these photo shots here from the models, they look insanely awful. They look very unblended for some of them. They look very patchy even. So I'm not too sure. Actually, when I'm filming this right now, I'm waiting for an order that I placed on Cold Beauty on some Makeup Forever items because, you know, I really enjoy the Anywhere Caffeine stick for lip liner. But I saw last week a reel from Morgan Turner where she showed something with walnut in the name. And they're matching new glosses, and she showed that lip combo, and I was like, I am slightly paler than Morgan Turner, so I have an idea how this is going to look on my lips, so I'm very excited for that. And this is a cat wanting to come in. Hourglass is bringing back the 4-pan face palettes in different versions. Plus, if I see this correctly, a customizable version. This is very tempting, isn't it? The most tempting thing about this is the customizable option. But I also know that Hourglass bronzers usually are way too orange on me. There isn't a release date yet. We only have the info that it is coming soon. As soon as it is up on the website, I will take a look into the customization. Customizable. I'm sorry. Into the customizable option and then the site. But for now, honestly, no. I just decluttered Hourglass palettes. No. And last but not least, we have the new Flower Nose Shells Jewel collection, and I have thoughts. The palette, the packaging, oh, so pretty. But let's talk about the palettes. 3 palettes are in there. The first one is the Siren's Calling. It's all pink and light blue. I think we can all agree on that this is nothing for me. The second one is Moonlight Pearl. And here it is where I start to believe that Flower Nose is recycling their eyeshadows. Because these 5 shades here, the grayish, the taupes, the cool tones, look nearly like the Black Currant Cold Brew from the Strawberry Rococo collection. It is the same vibe when it comes to the mattes, maybe not as bluish, but then we also have the Eden Angel palette from the Little Angels collection. I'm not saying that this is the same. I think there are slight differences, but the whole topics, the whole themings and color stories are very, very repetitive throughout the different Flower Nose collections. The last one is, I think, the one that I haven't seen yet in this color story combination. It's the, what's the last one called? I don't have a name actually here on the, on that picture. I don't know how is it called. But this has blues in it. And the only Flower Nose palette that I have with blues and I think grays is the other Angel palette. Let me get it. It's the Weeping Angel, and no, it's definitely not the same. Completely different version of blue. When they become available on Yes Style, I actually would take a look into the blue one and get that one. Or maybe I skip them all. Honestly, it will depend very much on my mood. And I completely forgot the new Narimi collection. I don't know why I haven't saved that, but we have 2 new eyeshadow palettes from Narimi. You know, Narimi is my absolute favorite sea beauty brand because of their quality. And the 2 palettes that we have here, how are they called? Let me take a look. It's not so easy to find out the names actually sometimes. We have One Eye Count, which is this one that I'm showing you here with the blue, the green, and the gold. And then we have Pegasus Night, again with a very dead people looking vibe. I got both palettes. Just to tell you that. One I get sent in PR. I'm sorry for the scratching. And the other one I bought myself because I'm really, really curious on how they will perform. But I'm pretty sure they will perform nice. But that is now everything that I have for this week. Let me know as always your thoughts down below. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for all of your opinions and discussions. And I will now look after the little boy before he completely destroys the door here. Thank you as always. Make sure you subscribe to miss out any of the other upcoming videos. If you want, you can also support me on Patreon. That would be a blast. And I see you soon.